covered my DJT pre-market. I actually think, I guess I think it could rally just because I've been so brain damaged by the stock that I feel like, it's always going to rally.
Yeah, I'm almost certain they'll do something in crypto, but I'm not sure that's going to be bullish. Depending on the timing and what they do exactly. I don't know that that's exciting. Yeah, have you guys ever used this, Book Trader? I want to sell the options potentially in DJT. It's not showing me where I can do this. Oh, there it is. Okay, so let me see the 40 calls. And then I want to buy the next month's contracts. What's inauguration day? I thought the DJT had like a really bizarre. All right, we could short some more quantum. What do you guys think? Hasn't had any good news or bad news. The market's just been a little rough. Biotech's just a terrible sector. Yeah, rigetti should be a good sell on this pump kind of thing. Let me see. I'm short 600,000 shares of rigetti. How wild is that? Covered all my LAES last night. It went down to like 250 or something. Somebody really wanted to get out of it, so I took advantage of that liquidity, and now it's back. So it's a good short again. I think 370 is pretty good. I think Lilly might recover. Lilly 770 is $10. Shoosh. Lilly 750 is $20. Okay, after this, we'll look at Novo Nordisk. We'll do some finishing touches on Abbvie. I was listening to their quarterly conference call. We got to resume listening to that, and then just go back a couple more. Are they really doing inauguration on MLK Day? That's disrespect. You know what my portfolio is. I'm short all these stocks. Let's see. I'm not short QSI anymore, so I'm just going to take that off my screen. I don't really have anything to do with 𝗀𝐚𝐞𝐫 anymore either, but I am short qubits, D-Wave, Quantum Computing Inc., Rigetti, 𝗂𝗓𝗡𝗢, Sava, I no longer care about. SoundHound, I'm not really that interested. Puma, yeah, so these are kind of my core shorts over here. I never got bothered to look at ARQQ, so I should put that over here. But this is the kind of core 8 shorts, 8 to 10 shorts here. Lilly kind of had a soft quarter, so I'm buying it. Buy the 740s. I just told my dentist to buy Eli Lilly, so now I'm a little upset. Okay, so I got the 730, 740, 750, 760, and 770 calls. See if we catch a falling knife, boys. Guidance for next year is quite good. I just bought Lilly, DJT is just like this indestructible stock. Rigetti rocking out. Thank the baggies at 7 or 8, but you won't thank them at 10 or 12. Baggies want to run it back. I'm not short Palantir, no. I actually kind of like it as a long against some of the other stuff. Baggies don't quit. Baggies got their new paycheck. The 115 paycheck just got deposited. Roll it back. Put it back in rigetti. Paycheck just cleared, baby. Let's go. Get the Robinhood payment processor on deck. Baggies pay the rent. If you're a real baggie, you don't even pay the rent. You put it in rigetti because rigetti's going to 5x and you could pay 3 months rent in one shot. But some baggies will pay the rent first, throw it on rigetti, and depending on how rigetti does, you got 2 weeks to figure out if you're going to take your girl to a nice dinner or not. A real baggie doesn't pay the rent, asks wifey for her check, says I need it for surgery. When it's time for surgery, he goes to his friend's house, plays PlayStation and Robinhood. It's my mama's surgery. Lilly reported a somewhat shaky quarter, but really good, I think. Their 2025 guidance was pretty good, and it was probably conservative. And so they said 58 to 61 billion. My model has 60 billion. And if they're saying 58 to 61, they're probably thinking they'll do 62 or 63, which would be, a good amount better than my expectations, at least. Are you a Godel member, Ladger? I'm considering putting the entire portfolio on Godel. Yeah, I don't reveal the entire portfolio anywhere, but I do think I want to do that in Godel. It's a lot of trades, so I'd probably have to use the API. Yeah, it's funny, Godel is kind of linked to my own trading, which isn't good because I want Godel to be focused on the quality of the software, but instead it's like a hybrid. The guy who runs Hungary's biggest drug company, his last name is Orbán. Is that an accident? I just like GLP sectors in general. Platysma bands. We went over this once before. These are just like the weird jawline neck muscles. Oh, that's the masseter muscle. Anybody else getting Botox? Yes, we're getting LSE soon. Don't worry. We've been spending a lot of time building our core infrastructure so that we can support millions of users. And that's kind of delayed some of our features, but I think it'll be worth it because we need reliability, uptime, that kind of stuff architected really well. And then we could add more markets, more things like that. We could add all that stuff today, but I think the thing you'd rather have is a really reliable service. We don't want to put our worst foot forward where stock prices are wrong, or there's a close price that's wrong, or whatever. And some of these come from architecting a system that wasn't necessarily ready for scale. I have a relationship with TSX. The thing I think we're negotiating right now is like a master relationship with one of the huge data providers, and we're just going to use them for like everything. 𝗢𝗡𝗢𝗢 is more volume than Apple. Gotta love it. I think Apple's a little bit of a higher stock price, but point taken. We're about to create some real baggies, real bad man. What's next after quantum? I mean, same thing. You just try to find every stock you can. I think my history is I get out of these trades too quickly, and it's better to just have a little bit of staying power. I debated this morning, okay, should I just get out of all this quantum and just move on? And I think I should just squeeze the blood every last drop. I don't really look at the macro to be so. SEC Chairman Martin Shkreli. Thank you. Boo. Shut up. I'm in charge now. We're opening up an investigation into every stock I'm short. Yeah, that's right. Fartcoin is banned. Introducing the new board of the directors. The board of directors. 𝗕𝗢𝗅𝗔𝗍𝗍, ODB, Inspected Deck, and Raekwon the chef. Yeah, Novo might be down off the Eli Lilly sympathy. That makes sense. It was a weakish quarter, but they're saying that it was just inventory stocking, which makes sense too. They sold $3.5 billion of one of the GLPs, Mounjaro, and another, 1.8 of the other one? That's a weak quarter. I don't know, man. $5.3 billion of GLP-1 sold in one quarter. I was expecting a little bit higher myself, and that's why the stock is down. A lot of people were. Yeah, all because of Willow Jacob. SLS said something? What did SLS say? Did SLS say when they're... You said first half? First half of 2025? This hit January. These are such clowns. I will finish PLX, relax. DJT rallying a little bit. Bald bean counter, don't worry about all that. If it goes up or can, I'll sell it. Definitely one business I don't understand is the aesthetics. Yes, I thought the prison thing was a witch hunt. No, I didn't do anything illegal. What are you gonna do? Can't cry about it. I'm not saying, by the way, I did everything right or my career has been perfect with no mistakes. I made mistakes in my career, but I don't think I ever did any willfully malicious things. The threshold for a crime is willfully malicious. I think I first started shorting rigetti 6 or 7, maybe 8, that range. Got pretty big as it got to 18. Yeah, of course I'd do things differently, but at the end of the day, we don't get to live life twice with the benefit of hindsight, right? And the people who have lived it twice, all the advice they give us goes one ear out the other. Well, one of the things that never happens with the law is you can make somebody a felon, but you don't have to put them in prison. It's pretty tough being a felon. It's not easy. I'm managing my portfolio, which I've grown 20x in 4 months, something you've never done. I'm managing my startup, which is worth hundreds of millions of dollars, also something you've never done. I'm managing my social life, something you've never done. And being a superstar celebrity who can rap, sing, something you've never done. All the people I have to manage who give me advice, or I give advice to, professional ball players in the NBA, NFL. Shkreli, you got a big game coming up. What do you do to motivate yourself? I'm sitting there in the gas like this. Well, what I think you should do, I'm playing chess with some of the best chess players in the world. I'm crashing stock markets. Humble, humble, humble. I got it. It's funny, I think I told you this story. I was at a nightclub with I would say a 9 out of 10 girl.
And the waitress, the bottle service girl, who was, I would say, also a 9 out of 10, she DM'd me in my Instagram, like the same night even. She was like, "I was your bottle service girl tonight. I want to see if you want to hang out, blah, blah, blah." I was like, man, I got time for this. These days, I don't even have time to go on a date. You want to go on a date, you come over. That's it. You come over the crib. You can meet Trashy, you can meet Nibbles. That's it. No, I am together with my girlfriends. I'm just LARPing about my old lifestyle, which I can go back to in a second if I wanted to. We are working on making the best historical data possible, including for stocks that no longer are even listed. Like, I was looking up WebVan because I wanted to study bubbles because of rigetti. And I remember WebVan. And even Bloomberg doesn't have WebVan. I wasn't exactly kicked out of high school. I was not in a really great state of mind back then. I was too busy for school. I didn't want to do it. I'd already accomplished everything I wanted to. I didn't want to do high school when I was like 14. I was way done with it by the time I was 16. I just wanted to move on to work, or I would call the rigetti move a dead cat bounce. I can't tell the difference on the first one, but on the second one, there's a huge difference. 50% move? I don't know. If you're down 60% or 70% or 19 to 5.5, that's a 70%, 75% down move. 50% up move ain't much. It's up $2. Went from 1 to 20 to 5 to 8, or 6 to 8. 1, 20, 6, 8. Yeah, that's a dead cat bounce. What's funny is the other stocks aren't following suit, really. Like, IonQ's up 4%. It's the heaviest stock in the world. Rigetti's trying to carry it. It's like Rigetti's my little cat Nibbles. We'll go to Novo next. Right now I'm doing Abbvie. I don't care too much about degrees. I mean, we're mostly hiring programmers. If you can impress our CTO, then you get a job. If you can't, then you don't. Best language to learn for finance? I guess Python. It's time for the State of the Sava address. What's that guy's name again? Joel Springer? #1 ranked stock analyst now at your service. Dog. Hey, dog. What? Oh, he has blocked me. Oh, man. The State of the Sava address is now public. It's pinned. This guy can't be doing well. Last post he made was 3 months ago, bro. This guy's struggling. I think she blocked me too? Does Baggy block me too? How you feeling? How you feeling, Lara? Any apology for your constant name calling and harassing? I hope you learned something about biotech. I'm happy to talk about GameStop. I like Ryan Cohen a lot. I think he's a pretty good CEO, but he's got to do something. He's got to make a move with that cash pile. He's being very patient. Yeah, I mean, I've talked about Novo quite a bit. That, you know, one of the biggest issues I have is trying to figure out the genus versus species patent issue they may have. But assuming that's okay, I mean, it's a pretty good long, I think. And most people think it's okay. Almost nobody thinks it's a problem. So it's probably not a problem. But assuming their IP for Ozempic is fine, it's just going to be very hard for them not to sell a ton of it. You know, they're manufacturing as much as possible. It's supposed to be, Eduardo. We pay the exchanges, but we're definitely seeing some issues right now with our options functionality. It will be repaired. Like I said, growing pains here for scalable systems, hiring as many engineers as we can. We got a great new dude coming in from Google. Really excited about him. There's no significance to the 77 problem. We've been able to factor bigger numbers. We got up to a 6-digit number. Theoretically, you should be able to factor a 2 trillion-ish semi-prime on the IBM systems. It's not so much about salary. We are giving very handsome equity stakes. If you're a senior person, you're not worried so much about salary. We'll pay you a salary. To own 2%, 5%, 10% of the company, you make a $2 billion company, $5 billion company. That's how you get rich. SaaS founders, man, sell. It's always about selling. Always be closing. Never stop.
Peter Thiel used to say, never pay somebody more than 150K. I think in today's world, you can up that to 200K because of, inflation. But if somebody wants 500K, it's like, cool, but what are you bringing to the table? And are you going to really be that incentivized? Are you going to be spending that money running around New York, throwing parties, having fun instead of working? Yeah, Will got the right attitude. But we haven't really made a public splash yet. I mean, I'm going to take a front page ad or full page ad in the Wall Street Journal with a smashed Bloomberg keyboard. Like, what? And I need some really like nice lines for headlines, like something really that digs deep, not like something as simple as like throw away your legacy terminal. Like, no, it needs to be deeper. Like, get back, take revenge on your vendors and a broken Bloomberg keyboard. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, we definitely are fan to fan. Even Mike is switching. Can't say that. Can't lie in advertising, can you? Yeah, Ogilvy level sign-up. Because, I also don't want to just compete on price. There's no doubt that if Michael Bloomberg was 35 today, he would not be making the Bloomberg terminal the way it is now. He'd be making it more HFT, quant-focused, tools for firms like Citadel and Jane Street, less for stuff like you and me. Because that's the stuff that really makes money. There's very few cowboys like me left out there that can still do this. And as you can see, it's very hard. The last 4 months have been some of the most stressful in my life. Going up 20x in my account for you guys. We're not selling to Robinhood guys. The real traders there on Wall Street now, they're writing programs. They're still stressed out, no doubt about it. But it's a little bit different than the old days. Not really, Duke. It's hard to make this kind of software. I do a lot of PE. That's kind of my bread and butter, so I'm not sure about that. And yes, we know Michael himself knows about us. Senator was told Michael about us at a party in DC. I mean, you should try Hostel. You should try every brokerage and see what services they offer. I mean, they all want you to sign up, so open an account at Schwab and open an account at Fidelity and Interactive, and each one is a little bit different. Each one has different, benefits for different traders. You might like one interface, you might hate a different part of it. Cheeky, I'm doing this portfolio for this account just for fun. I put 100 grand, which is not a lot of money, into this account, and now it's 2 million. So don't YOLO. When I YOLO, don't this is for you to get ideas, not to be, not for you to copy me. I like Lilly. Lilly's good long. I like Adma. I am looking for an analyst, research assistant, junior analyst. I don't live in Midtown. I'm not allowed to live in New York until May 22nd. Not that anybody's counting. I'm 41. Teamwork makes the dream work. Remote is not great. I don't know, Duke. Most professional investors are not trading from a mobile app or doing investment research on a mobile app. So we have a mobile view. It's actually not that bad. Yeah, I used a lot of leverage, yes. Massive amount of leverage. Of course, the analyst needs to live in New York, yeah. They're basically going to be at my side at all times. That's just the way it works in probation. You have to live in the district in which you're confined to probation. New trader with no funds. Man, get out of my chat room. Block this guy. You're done. That's your first lesson. What advice can I give you? Wall Street's a hard place. It's a cold world out there. Bundle up. Orkan, I know you're not taking my trades, making money, and not subscribing to Godel, bro. Oh my God, wow. I worked so hard. Take all my experience and I convert it into profits for you. Oh, okay. Well, if you're down, that's fine. That's not my fault. Yeah, Huma's just as we predicted. It's the first thing when I met you and you pitched Huma short that they're not going to get approval. I said, my first insight that was useful was, I'm not sure they do well with approval. Somebody said they released pricing. Did they release pricing? Well, we can turn on or turn off GridSnap. There's a bunch of ways to short crypto. First is centralized exchanges. The second is decentralized exchanges. And the third, for the real players, is OTC desks. No retail investor would ever need a FINRA license, correct? Most people don't need a FINRA license. The OTC desk, I think it's going to be at least 100K for your trade before they're interested. Mukesh, I had a big short position in 2007 that went really horribly wrong. So I learned a lot from that as well. I was short the market in 2007 and in leverage, thinking it would blow up. Market maker? No, I don't think so. I'm kind of an independent guy. If I'm not the boss, I'm not doing it. Okay, so Rinvoq is AbbVie's JAK inhibitor that I guess is it approved for atopic dermatitis, which is kind of exciting. Pretty sure it's approved for atopic dermatitis, also known as eczema for you home gamers. There'll be like a couple days before our next price increase. Our next price increase will come around when we add futures and other countries and stuff like that. And we'll just say, here's your last chance to get this price locked in. And I think we're going to do away with the lock-in stuff too. We have too many users now that we don't really need to do that. So it'll be the last time you can lock in the price at $60. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll go to 80 bucks a month. But I'm really waiting for a couple of new functions and new markets and a little bit more stability. I don't want to raise prices unless I have a really solid product I can stand behind. Crypto is one way if you're really determined to getting rich quickly. Crypto, you can turn like literally any amount of money into a large amount of money with crypto. That's the only, but you have to be really determined, and it's going to be a slow process. But if you're like, if I had $1,000 on a desert island and somebody was like, Martin, become a millionaire, first thing I'm doing is, all right, let me try some crypto. Yeah, let me know when the rigetti call starts. I'll jump in there. Nah, I wouldn't buy a lotto ticket. I mean, you can find arbitrages in crypto pretty easily. Yeah, crypto is just a degenerate market, but like, you can figure out a way to, if you're motivated enough, you can figure out a way to make money. It's not pretty. It's going to be pretty ugly, but you can do it. There's plenty of people doing it. You got to figure it out. The hustle changes every day. Play market's a clue. That's a good clue. I have to look at Chegg again. I'm curious how their quarter is going. When you're a Godel customer, you're part of a club where you could ask me of anything, and there's lots of other friendly and, well, I can tell you for sure there's a lot of powerful people in there. I'm surprised Rinvoq isn't a bigger drug. I'm having getting to 7 billion or 8 billion, which is a lot, and then patents should expire at some point. Let me look up the patent expiry. Yeah, Tau is a good one. It's like 2036 or 2031. I think Lilly can get to 1,000. I don't think that's right. They have debt, but I can redo the numbers. I always like to buy in local exchanges. No client money, no. I'm short QUBT.